Hi there, and thank you for watching. I'm here to do an update on the No Spend September challenge. I am so grateful to the former Mrs. Jones for starting this. It was a ton of fun. I'm glad that I hopped on even though I was a little bit late. And I was going to give kind of a rundown of the budget numbers and also kind of to put out an idea for a challenge. I don't know if anyone else would be interested, but I'll explain that at the end. So for my September numbers, I had 7 days when I didn't spend anything, which was pretty good for me. That's really good for me. That's like a week out of the month. So my numbers, my categories were as follows. The first was a tithe, and that was $120. My grocery was $219, food out was $194, and that's, so I budget food out as part of my grocery because I have meetings and I'm in a study group that meets at a cafe, so I try to work that into the food budget. Transportation was $754, which I had a car repair, so that kind of fell under that. Thank goodness I had the money on hand to pay for it, but still that's where that came from. The gas bill was $234. It was a high month. It was a high 3 months, if I put it that way. Health insurance, because I had Cobra from when my former job in the interim, was $309. Entertainment was $8. I had a beach trip, and clothing for the new job was $16. So that's a total of $1854 for my month spending, which I think is high. I know that's a little bit high for a single person. I pay utilities, and that's my responsibility. The only thing I'm not paying is rent. But I think that it could have been a lot worse for this month, and so I'm grateful. I didn't do any sort of extra spending. My personal budget, I had the $8 for entertainment and the $16 for clothing, and normally that would be about 4 times as much. I usually give myself $80 to $100 a month, and I only spent about 20, what is that, 24? So those are my numbers for the month. And so this idea, and thank you so much again to the former Mrs. Jones for starting this No Spend-tember challenge. And I was thinking for myself, something that I have a problem doing is setting out a written budget every month and then looking back on that and seeing how I did compared, like what I meant to spend versus what I actually spent. So I was thinking leading into the holidays of doing a sort of a 12-month challenge where for me, I would put every month on paper and commit to doing that for 12 months. I don't know if anyone else would be interested in doing that. My idea to start before the holidays, I know it's hectic, but that tends to be a difficult time to stick to a budget. And I think that if I had that challenge to stick to it for 12 months, it would motivate me to do really well in the first couple months. Because it's always easier to start something than it is to finish. So, or than it is to be in the middle of something. So that is my update for No Spend-tember. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll watch again soon. If you haven't and you would like to, please subscribe. Would love to have you along for the journey. Thanks. Bye-bye.